What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I have been talking a lot about saving seeds and just how simple it is. I've been doing it on my Instagram and I mentioned it in my last video, so I'm just going to show you guys really quick tips on how to save zinnia seeds, marigolds, and sunflowers. Now, you guys know I'm very new to this whole flower game. I'll do an intensive video later on saving tomato seeds. I'm not quite there yet, and some of my pepper seeds I'm going to be saving as well. So today's video is just going to be super quick, how to save some flower seeds. So let's get started. Alright, so for my sunflower, I'm just letting these die. So this one right here has, for the most part, dried off. As you can see, still not completely dry around the edges, but we're going to go ahead and cut this bad boy off and I'll show you guys what to do. So with the sunflower seed, I let them dry on like the actual plant. So this was my multi-headed sunflower, as you guys saw. You can cut these off and let them dry on a table. I did have some people tell me that like squirrels had gotten them. I've noticed, I've saved a lot of these, but I've noticed that some of them are missing a lot and birds are going in there and eating them. So whatever works best for you guys, but you just want them to dry and look like this. You're gonna want to peel off all of the outside. Oop, watch out, sis. And then you'll go through and just take off the top. It's a messy job, so maybe don't. I've done this in the house on my table and Nathan's been like, Jill. So maybe it's an outside project, but then you guys will see all of these seeds. That's what all of those are seeds. That's one thing I love about flower seeds. They are so easy, and I know, like, I guess I should have started with this maybe, but I know that seeds were really hard to come by this year. And I even know that Johnny's, at the beginning of all the craziness that's happened, they would not actually sell seeds to you unless you were a commercial customer. Now, I'm talking about growing, or I'm talking about saving flower seeds. And these are not vegetable seeds, but I am going to show you guys too, like my beans, just how simple it is. But these things bring me joy. And I want to be able to share that joy with someone else. And flower seeds... Charlie. You're so sweet. Flower seeds bring this little girl so much joy. They bring me so much joy, and I love having them in the garden. So I think it's really important to save these seeds and save things that you're gonna grow and that are gonna bring you joy. Can you hop down for just a second? So right here. So once you have gotten all the outside done, you guys see that? That is just full of seeds.
Look at you, Mama.
That's sweet. So I call it raining seeds. I don't know if y'all can see. It's literally... This is my favorite. It's literally raining sunflower seeds, and literally I'm getting all of these seeds. So it is wildly crazy to me just how simple it is to save these seeds. I do, you know, detail my bags well, but I just store these in baggies. You can store them in the freezer or a glass jar or something like that. Here, show them. Show them all of your sunflowers. Look at all those sunflower seeds. Now you get to plant those next year. Isn't that exciting?
Yay!
So I just label these, stick them in. And then this is, I just compost this part. But it is seriously so simple. I think maybe if I knew how simple saving flower seeds were, maybe I would have like grown them before now. Maybe I would have, I mean, I've always grown sunflowers, but like the zinnias and some of the other things, I just haven't ever had those in the garden before. And I'm like, it's so easy to save the seeds. Why not give them away to people? Let everyone experience the joy that comes from it. So it's just so cool. So let's go grab some marigolds. I'll show you what to look for. Again, one of those super easy things. I was ripping out my marigold plants today, and I was like, oh wait, I've got to save some of these to show you guys what to look for. My marigolds are huge. We always plant them as a trap plant, a beneficial plant, and with my tomatoes. So I really do recommend, if you've never grown them before, definitely grow them and then save the seeds. All right, so here's my plants. Obviously these are still doing well and they're fine. But then down here where they died off, this is what you're looking for. You want them to just completely die, and literally what I do is just pop the whole thing off. So I'm gonna grab a couple of these, go back to the picnic table
Called the picnic table.
with my little helper and show you guys how to save these seeds. I actually remember whenever I found out how you save these, I was on the phone with my friend Natalie, and I was sitting down on my tomato beds in between my marigolds, and I was just like fiddling while I was on the phone, and I took one of these and just popped it off. And when I did, I accidentally pulled the top off. And when I pulled the top off, I was like, oh my gosh, these are marigold seeds. And sure enough, so you have this right here. Let me see if y'all can see it well, if it'll focus. And you pull the top off, and out comes all of these. Isn't that crazy, Charlie? What is that? Do you know what it is?
Seeds.
What kind of seeds?
Sunflower seeds.
It's a marigold seed.
It's a marigold.
So I saw these and I knew, because I had actually started marigolds in the last winter, I think, for the first time for my spring and summer garden, and I didn't get any of them to germinate. I think they were just old seeds, but I knew that they looked like matches. So literally, when you pull the top off and the little casing that they're in, when you pull that off, you've got all of these crazy beautiful seeds. You guys know how simple that is? I have a huge bowl on my kitchen counter right now full of these little pods full of seeds, and Nathan's like, I don't think you need any more marigold seeds. I'm like, I don't think I do either, but just to be sure, I'm gonna go ahead and stockpile these just in case.
I found some.
You found some? Show them. Whoop. There you go. Look at them. They're so cute. So saving flower seeds is a lot of fun. Also, you guys know my sweet little Charlie just has really enjoyed all the flowers this year, and so the fact that she's willingly coming out here with me, wanting to learn, seeing like the full circle of the seed, her planting the seed, it turning into a beautiful flower, then her saving the seed to be able to plant it again next year. As a mom, really, really cool. Yeah, we're gonna show them. So it's also really fun. Get your kids involved. So when I came out here earlier, I have been harvesting a bunch of these before I decided I needed to do a video and show you guys. This is just what they do. They will completely just die like that, so I leave them, and I'm just letting all the other ones stay beautiful and do what they are intending to do. But as you can see, there's some that are starting to die, so I'll just come through and pick it off. I got distracted. This is why we grow these beautiful flowers right there. I think nature is the coolest thing ever. Look at that. Right there, isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh. I love what I do for a living. So I would apologize, but I will always get sidetracked by butterflies and pretty things, so that's just me. So I've got the bulb of the zinnia, and I just took the outside leaves off, and literally this entire thing right here is, I really like the raining idea of it just raining seeds. So I'm sure there is a much better way, but as you guys can see, all of these are zinnia seeds, and I found that this is the best way to kind of scrape it like you would a pine cone, honestly. May not be the most effective way, but it works really well for me. As you can see, they're all just falling. I mean, that is wild. I think if people knew how satisfying it was saving seeds, maybe they would do it more. And I think, I mean, look at that. I also think that people think saving seeds is much more involved than it really is. And granted, like tomato seeds, there's a bit more of a process. You have to let the gel fall off. Did you go get one, Charlie? But with like flower seeds and beans and things like that, they're so simple to save the seeds. So it's like, why not? Instead of just, you know, you're gonna let it dry up anyways, more than likely. So why not just save the seeds and use them again next year, save yourself some money, and just the whole process is really cool. So here we have a little overview. We've got the sunflower seeds, we've got the marigold seeds, we've got the zinnia seeds. They're all super easy. I just keep these all stored in baggies with notes, especially on like my sunflowers. I grow a lot of different varieties, if it was a multi-head, a mammoth, or whatever. And then I'm also going to be doing more intensive details on the zinnias, like the colors that they were, to see if they were cross-pollinated or something like that. So that is literally just how simple it is to save flower seeds. Granted, that is not all the flower seeds. Those are only the flower seeds that I'm growing in my garden. And another thing that's super easy that I have been saving, look, here's another bowl of marigold seeds. It's not a problem, y'all. It's not a problem. I have this whole thing full of bean seeds. Bean seeds are also ridiculously easy. I let them dry on our trellis, and then I usually store them all, in some sort of bucket, and I will like label them pole beans. I keep all my pole beans together. I keep all my bush beans. So these are all the pole bean varieties. You want them to look like this, nice and dry. And then you literally crack those babies open, and voila. Now I have seeds. I have all the seeds I could possibly want. And for me, this gives me a lot of assurance. You know, it makes me feel good going into next season. One, not having to spend the money, but then two, knowing that if there is a shortage on seeds and I'm not able to get all the varieties that I wanted, I mean, I've got like probably 10 varieties just right in there, and that makes me feel good. So I hope this quick little video showing you guys just how simple it is to save flower seeds, bean seeds, all of these things, even like squash and zucchini seeds are really easy to save. I hope it encourages you guys that you can do it. My 5-year-old can do it, and if my 5-year-old can save seeds, I believe that you can save seeds too. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for hanging out with us. What do you say?
Bye.
Say I'll talk to you soon.